Yes, welcome back once again. As taken over about the information literacy last time in our last video. Here up next, I've come back with another videos on how the APA is supposed to be used. American Psychological Association. How can you use it when citing your work? The styles of using the APA. How can you make it more applicable in your working that you're presenting out to the audience? You see, my presentation today, I'm going to tell you about the AP Guide 6th edition's referencing style. How can you reference let's say a novel or the books you have written or any other assignment that you have been assigned to a task, basing on the notes that your information you have got from the novels, from the references, the reference book that you have obtained the notes from, or the guides. When it's one author, how can you reference it? We are going to look back into it in our next slide of presentation. I will be showing you how one author is cited, how it is referenced, how it's written. Then for two authors, also the same thing. The three or more authors, what basically is best when using the three or more authors? Do we write the all names? No. Do we write other specific things that guide us, telling us more about the authors, how it is active, how it is made like to be more understood by the audience or the reader outside? You'll get to know for one author, you see the format, parentheticals. You see the author, you can start with the author, you say the author's name, then the year of the year the author wrote the book or the novel or the journal. That is it. Then the other way you can write it, the narratives can be start with the author without not in a bracket, and you put the year, only the year in a bracket. Example, you can see this from parentheticals. We have Smith year 2006. Then in the narratives you find out that we don't have the bracket, we just have the Smith year, then 2006. What did he talk about? Like, he discussed the effect of climate change. That's how you're supposed to cite for one author. That is when your citation or the reference that you're supposed to put in your working, that you're submitting it to the lecturer. Say you have been assigned a task to write something like that. Now let's have a look for two authors. How can you join for two authors? When you have the two authors, you have the format of writing. For the parentheticals, you have the author 1, then you have author 2. You join the authors with the and sign, this one. Then you put the author 2, you put the year. Let's say they have written in the same year, maybe 2002. There you put the year. Then for the narratives, you said author 1 and author 2, still the same year in the bracket, but the first one you put everything in the bracket and closed everything into the bracket. Then the example is find out there. You find the parenthetical, you have the Peter and then John of June 2020. That's how you are putting it, the examples for two authors, Peter and John. You find they have written the same thing in a certain journal or novel or an article. You have this, the narrative, you have author 1, author 2, you have of 2020 I mean. They argue that biodiversity is threatened. That's what the main point they have been talking about, as this author 1 and author 2 have been talking about the same thing. That's how you cite it. You join using and. Then we have this for many authors, like three or more authors. How do we use it? How do we reference? How do we cite the authors that are more, that have written more, like the articles are the same, speaking the same thing in the article? How do we cite them? How do we reference them? You have the parentheticals, you have the author 1, you are join using this it AL, comma, for year, then you put them in bracket. Or in narratives, you can write out that author 1, ET, AL, you put the year in bracket. Like say for this example, you have Smith, ETL, ET, all the AL of 2020. And we see now in the narratives, you find we have already the year in bracket for that, and put what is the main point of focus that he has been talking about in the working, like his article or the journal that he has written. That is all I have for you as per now. Thank you for watching. Continue to share the videos, like, and leave any comment in the comment section box. Thank you. Have a nice time of your day.